Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back. And today we have an unexpected surprise. I got this out of nowhere from one of my pre-orders, and it came in pretty fast, just like that, without really any notification, to be quite honest. And here is none other than the brand new Masters of the Universe Multiverse Revelations Clamp Champ from Mattel. And this is, yes, another version and interpretation of one of the He-Man's characters from the Revelation animated series, which I consider more anime because it was from the house that did the Castlevania series. It's more an anime style, and they look really, really fantastic. And Clamp Champ, although simplistic in design, doesn't seem to disappoint. You see, it comes in the already familiar Masters of the Universe Multiverse packaging, looking really nice and sleek, simplistic but effective, with a nice window bubble opening. So I'll pull you up a little closer and show you Clamp Champ here in his box. As you can see, he looks really sharp. His head portrait looks really good. Box is nice and clean, like it came out just out of the box, or out of the, assembly line, so to speak. Clamp Champ on the side, and it says Heroic Master of Capture. And then on this side, when you turn it around, it has a really beautiful, beautiful portrait of Clamp Champ standing there with really nice art, looking really, really amazing. These artworks are really, really well done, and feel very, like the older artists that, I was doing the art for Conan from back in the day. Here is the bio, as it reads there. It says, "The evil warriors better get a grip, or Clamp Champ will give them one. Armed with his techno clamp and the heroic Masters of Capture, puts his enemies in a pinch on the battlefield as one of Eternia's greatest heroes. He protects the royal palace from the evil forces of Skeletor." And you see, the artwork is very, very good. You got Fisto there. Fantastic artwork. As you can see right there, the skeleton, the barbaric look, and then the floor. And here's the cross cell. I do have all four of these, so I'm going to try to review all four for you guys. Now, the actual portrait, I don't know who drew or the artist is, but I do know that the artist is, someone that's done work before. Now, notice there it has instructions of how to use the clamp for him in the bottom, which is cool, because you don't see those type of diagrams too much here and there. So, Clamp Champ looks really good in box. Now, what we'll do is take him out of box and see if he was worth the time, if he was worth the wait, or if he's a complete dud and disappointment. So sit back, relax, enjoy your digital drink, and hopefully you'll be here for the complete ride for my thoughts and reviews of Clamp Champ. So I'll see you guys in the blink of an eye. And here we go. Here we have Clamp Champ out of packaging. And you see that it looks really, really vibrant, first and foremost. So, let's see. There we go, brother Clamp Champ. How are you? We'll start off with his face portrait. And you see that it screams animation. It looks like it came right out of the actual animation, which makes me angry and basically want more or newer updated versions, right? For He-Man and Skeletor. Because he looks just like the animation. In the same way that Fisto did. So, you see his armor. Very similar to Fisto, but obviously has its differences. With the gunmetal silver, the nice metallic teal, and then the metallic royal blue, which looks really good. This is nice and soft, and his skin tone looks really well matched with his face and everything else, being a black African American, right? Man. Then you have the bracers with that silver gunmetal, his actual belt with the silver gunmetal, and then the loincloth looks almost like a Tootsie Roll in glossiness with those nice washes, and his fur, right? Which looks really, really great and fantastic. And in the back, we have the rest of the design that goes around from the top, and then the harness where it pegs and the pegging system. Then we have his, again, nice shading on his thighs and legs with the boots looking exactly like He-Man, but with black, dark gray, and the red fur on the top. So again, by design, Clam Champ is extremely decent and simplistic. So he was very heavy parts used for the original vintage and even for origins. That they relied more on the same parts and just try to make a new character a cheap way with a cheap solution, because their funding, right, all depend on how many times they use the same tooling. So there is Clam Champ in all of his glory. Now let's move on to see what accessories he brought. So as far as his accessories, he comes with bare minimum, really, but it's significant in his actual, iconic weapon, and that is the pincer grabber, electronic, right? Because I believe he's supposed to be the mountain climbing specialist, and he traps people also. And if you notice, this one looks more in the shape of a beetle than other ones, and a lot of his design for this, but it still has like all these details and stuff, and then the nice little blue there for the metallic blue and red plastic for the actual pincers. You see all the details there. But each one that was designed, I believe even for the classics, it was different, right? From vintage to classic, they all looked a little different. And you see that this one's got a different mechanism and no handle on the bottom. And so he also brings an extra set of hands, which are his fisticuff, like he's gonna get ready to punch somebody, which makes sense. And that's really it. Now, let's take a look at his articulation. It should be par for the course. Now, as far as his articulation, to be honest, is pretty much the same as all the classics so far. But, real quick, his head goes up, left and right. It does go up just a tad, goes down just a tad. So as you can see here, that's how much he looks now. Now, I don't think these have that much tilt, but it's kind of a tilt. And you see that he'll lift up his hands about that much for T-pose. What I do think is he has like the new torso, because it goes forward, much more than before, and then goes hyperextends back a good amount. And if you notice, it has a nice sufficient left and right. Obviously, have the waist swivel, and then that's pretty much it. He does the split. Now, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't know this, but he has the drop down leg. Like, he drops down, then you can put it up. I don't remember the other ones being like this. And then you can see the drop down. You see? I don't remember the other whole shoes being like that. Unless I missed it. But he goes up and down. So, then of course, you know, the thigh swivel, as per usual. Then he has the boot cut. We have, there you go, the knee, double on the knee with no pins, back, forward, and then the rocker. Then the hands are obviously the bicep swivel. We do have the double on the elbow. And then the wrist is really, really tight. This one goes in with the hinge in and out. And I believe on the other side is a hinge that goes up and down. I'm not sure. No, it's still in and out. In and out hinge. So for the articulation is basically par for the course. So that's basically how it is. So now let's put on his accessories. So you can see how it is, and the way it's done and designed with this newer version of Clamp Champ from Revelations. So here we go. What you do is it has like a snappy thing there, and you kind of untab it from there, and from here, and tab it from there, and pull it out, and then you'll see the inside. There's a actual stick. And then you bring his hand over, cuff it like this, and you push the hand through. Once it's got it holding, you just simply bring back the piece and clip it on. You hear the snap. So it's part of, it's like his hand is hiding on the inside. Which, to be honest, this is cool because with all the other ones, because it being such a big design, for all the other ones, with all the other Clamp Champs, one of the biggest problems was that every time he has it on his hands, right, since it's big and heavy, it would basically kind of limp down his hand. Like this, you don't have that issue because it's secured inside and it's not underneath. So I kind of like the way they did it this way. And I didn't realize, but I think he also did it that way. Like, that's how it looked in Revelations, where his hand was inside the actual grabbing hand, as opposed to grabbing it from the bottom, which is cool. He looks really great. He looks really awesome. Like, he looks really fantastic. It's amazing. It looks really good. This is a very awesome looking Clamp Champ. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put him over here, and what we're going to do is we're going to do some comparisons and bring in some other Clamp Champs so we can compare them and see the differences and maybe some of the evolution. Now I want to say, and I also had a Mega Construct version, but I can't remember. Did they make a mini for him? I think they make a Mega Construct, but I'm not sure. I gotta do my homework on that. So I'll be right back. Yeah, guys, and here we go. Here are the comparisons that I have with all of the clam champs that I have this in my disposal, in my display, or my access that I have access to right now. Oh my God, I'm trying to look for the other word. I'm sorry. Because I have also the classics, but I do not have it in hand. It's put away with my classic stuff, and I thought it might have been a Mega Construct version of Clam Champ that I believe there was, but I don't think so. I'm not sure 100%. But here you go. Here's the Funko Pop version of him. You know, looks really, really nice, and a nice representation. Classic Clam Champ, as you see. And a nice fro. A little smaller, actually. Nice dual wave. It has some wave in there, some pearls, right? And it has that nice, cute kitty face and representation of Funko Pop. Then you have the actual origins, not the vintage, because I don't have the vintage, but this one is supposed to represent very much so the vintage version. And you see it's very different. Plus the clamp itself had has the action feature where you pull this back like so, you just press like that, and the action feature is there, which is missing from the Revelations, but it's not that it's missing. It's more that it's more manual. You gotta do it manually with your hands. There's no button to actually do it, which is okay, right? It's okay. It's understandable. And then I have the NECA Staction, which is based off of the 2000 NEX that was supposed to be out. And you see all the levels of detail in the face sculpt. It has a mouthpiece with a microphone, which is really awesome. And you see that the clamp also looks different here. It looks more like a face of a dragon or a futuristic rhino with some horns. And you see all the level of details on his harness. CC for Clam Champ on his belt with the technical aspects, metal plates everywhere. This other apparatus thing, I believe, is to help you climb, and then they connected all these, all these holes and stuff to his armor, his backpack that were connected to all the other stuff he had there. And he connected to his feet, his actual boots. And you see, shading. The level of detail was very, very high, very high. And I would have loved to see something like this represented, or this version, in the same classic aesthetics and as far as articulation and things of that nature. It would be really awesome. But with that level of detail and representation, in my opinion, I think it would look incredible. And then, so we have good old Clam Champ from Revelations. These are the ones that I have at my dispense. And also, like I said, I have the classics. So maybe I'll do one or two more comparisons so you can see what he looks like next to other things. And here he is next to the Hasbro Overwatch Genji and the new or newly released Jada Toy Street Fighter 2 Fei Long. Also an amazing figure. But you see that they're more in the 6-inch scale, while Masterverse is more in the 7-inch scale, or 7.25 inches. But they still look nice next to each other and will look really nice on a toy shelf. Okay, guys, and here we have Also, Gears of War 3 NECA's Anya, which you see she's pretty tall but yet small, because those figures, they actually scaled in the 7-inch realm as well. And then on this side we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series Zorana, which is basically Zartan's sister. So you see they scale differently in inches and in aesthetic, but still look really good in any display. So now let's go to the final thoughts and my review of the review and of my thoughts on Clan Champ himself. And here we have Clan Champ on the spinner. So, is he a great figure? Is he worth owning? Is he worth adding to your collection? 100% yes. Especially for the price point, the way that he looks, his aesthetics, quality, paint job, and more importantly, if you're actually a big Motu fan and a completist, you have to have him. He has to be on your shelf. You gotta have him. He's just a great addition, and he looks great, as you guys can see. He looks fantabulous. And he looks really, really good. So real quick, one thing I want to do before we, come to the end of the video is, because you guys might ask, is the portraits of Origins usually are, the figures are, and the heads are usually compatible. So we can see if this fits on him real quick. So we'll pop the head off, because there's two different ones. There's the neutral one, and then there's the actual smiling, grinning one, like an evil snare or a snare or something like that. So here's the Clan Champ from Origins. Let's pop his head off really fast, just to see. And let's pop in the other head. I'm gonna do it off camera, so you guys can just get the impression. And here he goes. This is what it looks like. I think it just makes it look more toyetic, but it still works. As you can see, that's what he looks like right there. And the colors match really well too, of the skin tone, right? And this would be the other one, which is the neutral one. This one probably works a little bit better because it has more of a neutral face. But he's reminding me more of like Shaft right now, you see? As you can see. So you can do that. And then let's do the opposite. Let's put the Origin with the Masterverse head if it fits. Let's see. Oh yeah, it did fit. Wow. Wow, this is actually pretty cool looking. Makes the Origin one look more badass. Here you go. You see? I guess this is what Origins would look like if it had more serious looking portraits, and it would make the Origins look more realistic, I guess, in a sense, right? So this is what it would look like. So it looks cool, I guess. Yeah, it works. Skin tone, not too bad. It's a little off when it comes to Origins, but it's not too bad. It looks pretty cool, nonetheless. So yeah, guys, I really think they did a fantastic job with this Revelations Clan Champ, and I don't think you guys will be disappointed. To be quite honest, I don't think you're going to be disappointed if you put them and add them to your collection. I don't think you will be disappointed, because he is really well executed, updated, whatever you want to call it, executed, updated. You guys get the idea, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I think that there can't be a He-Man collection without Clan Champ included. He is part of the universe, and it's a nice compliment now that we have other ethnicity characters that are different other than just white, and creatures like Hispanic characters. I hope they do Digitino, which would be great. It would be cool to see, just to see, right? Not that it matters, because I love He-Man for what it is, not for no agendas, but it'll be cool, I think. And now that we have Sunman too, to complement Clam Champ, I think it looks awesome and it's gonna be awesome, right? Which I also do have Sunman, by the way. So guys, I think he's fantastic. Thumbs up. So if you like the video, share it with somebody that you think might also like it. Give me a thumbs up if you did like it for yourself, or a thumbs down. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the figure, because it's good for figure conversation. If you like it, if you don't, if you think you might pick it up, if you're excited, or if you're not excited. I was lucky enough to get my pre-orders in early for these guys. I won't mention the place or name because obviously I don't want to get anybody in trouble. And it's unnecessary because they did us a favor by actually shipping it out since we already paid for the product. And I think that's very classy in my personal opinion. So let me guys, like I said, let me know what you guys think down in the description below. You can find me any social media outlet. It's also down in the description below, like Instagram or Twitter, which I do talk about video games and figures and stuff like that. And as always, guys, if you're gonna donate anything to the channel you want me to highlight or review or showcase like this, you can do it. All you have to do is hit me up on DMs on any of the social media platforms, and we'll work out the particulars, you know, like addresses, things of that nature. Now, if you guys want to help my channel directly because you like what I do and you want to do it from the kindness of your heart and you have the means to do it, so to help my channel grow, it will go a long way. It will be very helpful because I fund everything basically by myself and out of my pocket, unless my children help me fund it as well. So you can do so with my Patreon and PayPal information down in the description below. If you want to join the Patreon, I think it's as low as $1, $2, something like that. So yeah, there you go, guys. So again, Clam Champ, the Masters of the Universe, Masterverse, Revelations Clam Champ to be exact. Awesome. He's going to be incredible when you guys get him in your hand. You guys are going to really like him. And he was worth the wait. And it's exciting that they went so far so good with the line with these obscure characters first. Like a Pighead, like a Clam Champ. Because they usually just hit the heavy hitters and forget about these amazing other characters that deserve new interpretations and love from a new generation and audience of kids as well. I'll see you in the next one, guys. It's your boy and your host, Hebot, signing off with another episode of Toys in My Closet. Keep collecting. Have fun doing it. But remember, be considerate because we're still in trying times. Peace out, guys.